Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So students, in the previous class, in this chapter that is force and pressure, we were talking about that of the pressure, and we had understood that what is the pressure. Let me remind you, pressure is for basically it is the force whenever we apply a force on an object with respect to the area. So more will be the area, less will be the pressure, and if less will be the area, more will be the pressure. Obviously, it depends upon the force also. So it is if the force increases, pressure increases. If force decreases, pressure decreases. We have seen a lot of an applications are there, students, in which we can understand that the pressure or how pressure plays an important role. In order to understand that, we have seen also that why the children's used to why we used to carry that of a broad strap bags rather than a narrow one. Obviously a broad one will going to exert a less amount of pressure on the shoulder rather than the narrow one. Okay, and similarly if we talk about the heels, so it is quite difficult to walk with the heels rather than a flat on the sand, because the heel will going to exert more amount of a pressure, so it is quite difficult to wear the the heel will going to sink into that of the sand, so obviously it will quite difficult. Now the pressure, it is not only done by that of the solid object but even there is a the pressure is also exerted by the fluids. Fluids means water as well as that of air. So if we talk about the pressure which is exerted by water, so we have seen some of the activities with the help of which we understood that water also exert pressure as and that at the same depth it will going to exert the same amount of pressure also. So suppose we have a bottle which is filled with the water, and we will uh, going to uh, make four holes at four different side of the bottle at the same height, and when we will fill the water with the we will fill the bottle with the water start coming out from the hole which is at the same depth equally with the equal pressure. So we can say here that the pressure which is exerted by the water here, it will be equal in all the equal it will be equal with the same height, with the definite height. Now let us try to understand about that of the atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is that pressure which is exerted by the air, and that will be what, again it is also the same, that is force per unit area, and more will be the if we talk about the atmospheric pressure, so if unit area or very long cylinder if there, and which is filled with the air, then the weight of the air in this is what, it is the atmospheric pressure only. One more thing in case of a water pressure, student, and that is with the increase in the height the pressure also increases, and it is because of this only there are a lot of activities, there are a lot of applications are there in which we can say, actually if you look if you are constructing a dam also, there also we used to we are very much concerned about that of the making a the dam at the base, it is quite thicker than that of the at the height, and the reason is as we go height as we go deep inside that of the water, the pressure is what, it is equal from all the side, and it is what, it is quite more as compared to that of the pressure exerted at the upper one. So at the depth with the deep with the depth the with the pressure also increases here, students. Okay, so pressure is equal from all the side, and the pressure increases with the depth. That's why suppose you have taken a bottle, and when you make a hole at the three sides, in which one is below to that of the which is near to that of the base, and one is above to it, and the other one is at the mouth, or at the middle only. So obviously the one which is and when we fill it with water, then we will see that the one hole which is near to the base, or at the depth, it will going to the water which is coming out through that hole, it will be what it will shows that it is having the higher pressure than that of the upper one. Okay, so with the depth, the pressure, water pressure increases, and also with the other which is where the hole is at the same places. So the pressure, we can say, at any of the depth, it's similar from all the direction, and obviously it will increases with the depth only. We have seen that how atmospheric pressure occur with that of the rubber sucker, and when we increases that of the pressure, so atmospheric pressure, so the rubber sucker will going to stick with that of the wall, and the reason is the pressure is start exerting from outward to inward. And how we can reduce this pressure? When we will open that of the sucker from one side, so that air can enter inside it, and ultimately it will be easy for us to remove it from that of wall. Okay, so this is all about this chapter, student. Let us see some question answers also. Now question is, give two example each of situation in which you push or pull to change the state of motion of an object. There are a lot of things, students, in which situations are there where we used to push, like we used to push a table, we used to pull a chair, or we used to push a door, or we used to pull a window. So these all are what different examples in which we used to do the pushing and pulling. Give two examples of situation in which applied force causes change in the shape of an object. So, first of all, when we make a dough, so there we used to change the shape into making chapati. So, with the help of a dough, we by the roller, when we press it, we can give it into the different shape. So, there by applying force on that of the dough, we can change its shape to chapati. So, this is another one in which we can say that by applying the force we can change the shape. Second one is with the help of a sponge. So, when we try to push it, we can change the shape of the sponge. There are a lot more, students, like if we take a paper and when we will fold it, then or when we crush it, we are actually changing the shape of it. So that is also an example of a pressure of a force in which we used to change the shape of an object. Okay. Now fill in the blank is there in the following statement. To draw water from a well, we have to dash at the rope. So we water, to get water from the well, we have to lift at the rope. A charged body dash an uncharged body towards it. So charged body used to attract an uncharged body towards it. That is also what it is, an electrostatic one, and it is a force only. To move a loaded trolley, we have to pull it. Yes, we have to pull it. The north pole of magnet dash the north pole of another magnet. So the north pole of a magnet used to repel the north pole of another magnet. We know that the similar pole, they repel each other, and dissimilar poles, they used to, opposite poles, they used to attract each other. Okay, so they used to repel each other. Now, an archer stretches her bow while taking aim at the target. She then releases the arrow, which begins to move towards the target. Based on this information, fill up the gaps in the following statement using the following terms. So, terms are given here: muscular, contact, non-contact, gravity, friction, shape and attraction. So to stretch the bow, the archer apply a force that causes change in its. So while stretching the bow, stretching the bow, the archer is applying a force. It causes the change in its shape. Yes, it changes the shape. The force applied by the archer to stretch the bow is an example of a muscular force, because here we are applying a muscular force. Okay, so it will be muscular force. Then next one is the type of force responsible for change in the state of motion of an arrow is an example is. So, the force which is applied by the archer to stretch the bow, this we have done. Now, the type of a force which is responsible for change in the state of a motion of an archer, this is an example of a contact force. Yes, because we know that the forces, they are classified into two. The first one is the contact and the second one is the non-contact force. While the arrow moves towards its target, the force acting on it are due to. So when the arrow is moving towards the target and the force which is acting on it is due to that of the So this is because of the muscular, and again that is due to the friction of air. Okay, so it is because of the friction of air. Now in the following situation, identify the agent exerting the force and the object on which it acts. State the effect of force in each of the cases. Now we have to, in this situation, we have to identify the agent which is exerting the force and the object on which this force is acting. Also we have to write down that of the state of effect of the force. Now squeezing a piece of a lemon between the finger to extract its juice. So, so we are exerting a force on the object, and the agent is what? That is the hand which is squeezing it, and the object which is acting is the lemon. So the kind of effect of the force, it is a muscular force, students. So that will going to change the shape of the lemon. Okay, so effect of the force will be, that is the change in the shape of the lemon. Next one, taking out the paste from the toothpaste. Again we are applying a force on that of the toothpaste. So muscular force, and it will also going to change the shape of that of the toothpaste. The first one we can change the size also, but yes, both shape and size. Then the second one, it is the shape only. Then the third one, a load suspended from a spring while its other end is on a hook fixed to a wall. So load suspended from a spring while its other end is on the hook fixed on a wall, that will be what? The kind of effect of a, yes, obviously it will also going to change the shape and the size of that of the spring, because it stretches downward, so it will change the shape and size. Now an athlete making a high jump to clear the bar at a certain height. So athlete making a high jump to clear the bar, and obviously this will be what? This will be going to change the shape. Yes, it will going to change the shape of the athlete while running. It will going to change the shape of the athlete. Now the next question is that a blacksmith hammer a hot piece of an iron while making a tool. How does the force due to hammering affect the piece of iron? So when a blacksmith he hammer a hot piece of iron while making a tool, he does the force, he are applying a muscular force on it, and the muscular force will be responsible for change in the piece of the iron. So while applying force, yes, we can change the shape. So when the blacksmith used to hammer that of the iron object, he is actually changing the shape by applying muscular force on it, and ultimately can give the shape whatever he wants to. Next one is, an inflated balloon was pressed against a wall. After it has been rubbed with a piece of a synthetic cloth, it was found that the balloon stick to the wall. What force might be responsible for the attraction between the balloon and the wall? So the kind of a force is here is the electrostatic force, and the reason is when the balloon is rubbed against a wall, then there will be a development of the charges over that of the balloon. Okay, and because of that only this charges develop. So when anything which is rubbed against the other object, it will going to increases the number of electrons in it, and the charges in it, and the kind of a force will be here, it will be the electrostatic force. Okay, so it is because of the electrostatic force there is a increase in the attraction between that of a balloon to that of the wall. Okay, next one is, that is name the force which is acting on a plastic bucket containing water held above the ground level in your hand, and also discuss why the force acting on the bucket do not bring a change in its state of motion. So here we are applying a force on that of a plastic bucket which consisting of a water, okay, above that of a ground level in our hand. So actually when we are holding that of the kind of a force which is acting here, it is the gravitational force. Why? Because the bucket the force which is acting on that of the bucket is the gravitational force which is making it to move in the downward direction, but the muscular force which was applied by the person who is holding that of a bucket in it, that will be what it will help in remaining it to its place, do not making it to change its state of motion. Okay, so the answer here, it will be the force which is acting that of the bucket, it will be the gravitational force, and the kind of a force which is acting on that which will not make it to change its state of motion, it will be the muscular force here. Next one, a rocket has been fired upward to launch a satellite in its orbit. Name the two forces acting on the rocket immediately after leaving the launching pad. So first is a gravitational force which is working on it, as well as a frictional force is also acting on it. Gravitational force which is acting in the opposite direction, again the similar, the frictional force will also acting it in the frictional in the opposite direction. Okay, so these two forces will start acting on it as it immediately leaves the launching pad. When we press the bulb of a dropper with its nozzle kept in a water, air in the dropper is seen to escape in the form of bubbles. Once we release the pressure on the bulb, water gets filled in the dropper. The rise of water in the dropper is because of the pressure of the water only. So since the pressure become less at the upper one, then due to which the water start moving from the higher concentration to that of the lower concentration, and it is because of that the water start moving in the upward direction. Okay, So this is about that of the pressure which is created by that of the water, student. Okay.